Rebound, Gila Point shoots it. A low drive off the boards, Harper. Right in front of Cardiff, he shoots it. And Teddy Green blocked that one. Now it's Hodge back for Boston, taking the long shot. LaPerriere hopped on the ice for Montreal. He gets the pass out to Lemaire off his stick. Green clearing it back. Cardiff on the boards, and we have 15 seconds left in the penalties to McKenzie and Mahovlich. Esposito over the line, making a nice move. Esposito shooting from the sharp angle. Mir holding on.
Tonight marks the third meeting of the season for these teams. Boston winning the previous game 6-1 in Boston and 4-2 here at the Forum in Montreal. The Bruins, of course, in first place in the East Division, 1 point ahead of the New York Rangers. The California Golden Seals did the Bruins a favor last night. They defeated the Rangers 3-1 in Oakland. Billy Hickey, Dennis Hextall, and Jarrett scoring for California. Jean Rattel tally for New York.
Back it goes to Green. Green put it right on Peter Mahovlich's stick. It goes to Phil Roberto ahead to LaPerriere. Penalized players back on. LaPerriere, a pass for Roberto, and he went sliding on the ice. Cashman clearing it to center. Now it's back to McKenzie. He faked the pass to get away from Peter Mahovlich to Cashman. Oh, he made a fine move. Now he runs into Harper, who knocked him to the ice. Roberto clearing it to the far left side. He took a jolt from Marcotte. And right here, it wouldn't be at all surprising if they concentrate almost exclusively on laying on the body. Now it's Esposito coming in against Ferguson, a backhand shot covering up on that weak backhander, actually, Phil Mir.
And a little bit of fencing down in the goal crease area. Cashman and Phil Roberto, who joined the Canadians from the Voyageurs for the game in Minnesota on Thursday night, ex-Niagara Falls Junior.
Montreal 2, Boston no score of 3:50 left. Back to Green at the point. Ashman couldn't get it. Harper clearing it ahead at the point. Don Orey shoots it back in. LaPerriere being watched by Cashman. LaPerriere. Now he has Esposito to contend with. It goes to Ferguson. A pass over to Harper. Harper, a left wing pass. Ferguson dashes up along the boards. Green is after him. Now it goes to Don Orey. LaPerriere moving up at the point. Fails to keep it in. Cashman ahead to Esposito. Esposito lost it. Cashman gets it. Cleared it in front. And Roberto for Montreal ahead to Mahovlich. Peter Mahovlich. Mahovlich has it knocked off his stick. Cashman. But it goes to Esposito. He just flicks it into the corner. And 3 minutes exactly left in this first period. Anderson keeping it in, bouncing it in there. And Mir got a errant stick from Marcotte.
You see our scoreboard. It's 1-0 for Vancouver over Pittsburgh. Philadelphia leading Detroit 2-1.
Bobby Orr winding up for the shot. He scores! I wonder if Carroll's going to get a stick in front of that drive.
Well, it's 2-1 here at the Forum right now. The Canadians leading the Bruins. What a tremendous shot by Bobby Orr, as he really drilled it right off the face-off. Bang, bang, play. Sanderson, tremendous, winning the draws, of course, and he beats Phil Mir with the low shot. Now, Danny says we'll wait and see if it touched anybody, but it was drilled low. No, Bobby Orr gets the goal.
Boston's goal scored by number 4, Bobby Orr, assisted by number 16, Derek Sanderson, at 17 minutes, 12 seconds.
Sanderson, who is a master, Dick, at getting those face-offs, and he showed it there, getting that puck back to Orr, who drilled the low drive in there, and Boston right back into contention here, 2-1. Montreal 2, Boston 1, 2:29 left. LaRose getting it back to Guy Lapointe. Lapointe to J.C. Tremblay, gets away from Sanderson to Lapointe. And he just rolls it into Boston territory. Bobby Orr getting the attack organized, slides the pass to Sanderson. He hops to center, cleared it ahead, and Tremblay broke it up. Tremblay to Lemaire over his stick, and Orr back there in possession for the Bruins. 2 minutes left now in the period. Orr taking his time. Dallas Smith. The pass is bad for Westfall. Second getting a bit close right here for one of the few times in this first period. It's been a period with lots of action. Gila Point waiting for the pocket. Here's Richard getting away from Sanderson. Drops it back. Tremblay now starting out. Ahead for Richard. Sanderson there for the Bruins in with Eddie Westfall. Sanderson still has it. Flipped a pass, and Jacques Lemaire turning for Montreal. Over on the right side to LaRose. LaRose has it knocked off his stick, and Orr cleared it out to center. Gila Point knocking it back in. Dallas Smith ahead to Carlton. He steps across the line. There's the shot, and it goes off Tremblay. Tremblay running right in front. Feeds it to Richard. 1 minute left in the period. Richard over the line. Richard trying to dump it in front. Orr made contact with the puck in midair, and it's a souvenir off the stick of Bobby Orr.
The goal tonight by Serge Savard came when the Canadians were shorthanded. It's only the second time this season that the Bruins have been scored during one of their power plays. Chicago did it very early in the campaign.
53 seconds left. Eddie Green, who represents one of the great comeback stories in all of sport. He played it up off a stick. It's down the ice. And LaPerriere gets back there for the Canadians. LaPerriere turning with Belleville, Harper, Cournoyer, and Ferguson. Harper to LaPerriere. He shoots it in, and the Canadians, who lead 2-1, dash in there. Green covering up. Played it on the boards. Belleville getting it back. Now Harper takes a low drive. Off a stick it goes. McKenzie fails to clear it out. Belleville is fast stopped by Stanfield. Busick over on this side to McKenzie. McKenzie is across the line. Takes a shot, and it went off LaPerriere. 7 seconds left. Back it goes to Don Orey. The shot, and ooh, that one went off the baseboards with great resiliency up in the air about 30, 35 feet. 3 seconds left. Belleville facing off against Stanfield at the Canadians' line. Back to Orey, and that's the period. Montreal 2, Boston 1 at the end of 1.
Shots on goal in that first period by the Bruins, 16 by the Canadians, 7. From the Forum in Montreal, hockey night in Canada.
It's Esposito, Cashman, and Hodge for the Bruins. Ferguson, Peter Mahovlich, and Phil Roberto, and play is on in the second period. Dallas Smith at his own line. Now he starts out, slides the pass to Cashman. Cashman with Orr moving up. There's the sliding shot. In goes Peter Mahovlich, and he tipped it down into Bruin territory. No whistle for icing there. They felt that with a little effort, Dallas Smith could have got it. Smith clearing it out. Now it's at center. Peter Mahovlich firing it back in. And Orr is there. In pursuit is John Ferguson. Going to be a penalty to Ferguson, who ends up on his back. John Ferguson going on. He doesn't like it.
Here in the first moment of the second period, John Ferguson in the penalty box. And here's the replay of the infraction as he grabs Bobby Orr, who was swinging around behind his own net.
John Ferguson at 36 seconds.
Ferguson off for holding after 36 seconds. Boston with Busick, Esposito, McKenzie, Orr, and Stanfield. Now Orr sliding the pass to Esposito. Out with McKenzie and Busick. They clear it in. McKenzie racing in there, and he shot it to the short side. Esposito clearing it back, and it's between Orr and Stanfield, and the Bruins have to go back into their own zone for it. 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the penalty. Stanfield over to McKenzie. He hops out on the right side and over the Montreal line. McKenzie flipping it across the goal mouth. Busick takes a shot. Harper with it. He cleared it ahead. Savard, who has scored a shorthanded goal, gives it to Rushmore. A shot off Eddie Johnston. Bobby Orr gathering speed from the corner. Out he comes, streaking to center. Orr, a pass over to Busick, and Harper knocked it away. Now in it goes to Busick. Busick Back at the left point for Esposito, working in front of backhand shot, a loose pass. And Busick was stopped. Now it's back to Orr. Over on this side to Stanfield. Stanfield centered it. Intercepted by Savard off Rochefort's stick. And down into Bruin territory again. Tom Johnson of Boston has made a change. Number 12, Cashman, is out. Stanfield leads the attack. Lead pass. In there goes Esposito, his shot. Near just covering up on that quick shot. And LaPerriere sends it down the ice. Frank Mahovlich comes out for Montreal. 17 seconds left in the penalty. Montreal leading 2-1. Esposito, back it goes on the right side. A Hodge, he fired it, and Near is holding on, getting a whistle. Peter Mahovlich coming out to face off against Esposito. Now Esposito has it. LaPerriere blocking it, and out comes LaPerriere to Mahovlich. In for Peter Mahovlich, broken up by Orr. Ferguson has served his penalty. Esposito in over the Canadiens line. Peter Mahovlich takes him in on the boards rather lustily. Cashman against Harper, and the play is stopped.
Danny, with Peter and Frank out there together, I don't know. When was the last time the Canadians had the brother act? Would you have to go back to 60, the last year the Rocket played with Henry?
I would think so, Richard.
Yeah.
Sanderson against Richard. Don Orey and Green playing up. Jacques Lemaire hustles out of his own zone, being watched by Green. Lemaire fails to get the shot away. Now he has it. Claude LaRose going after it. LaRose to J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay right in front of Lemaire, and he couldn't get it. Guy Lapointe takes his shot, blocked by Westphal. Coming down with Carlton. Westphal going in on that right side. Shoots it. Another shot. Near down. And he keeps it out.
Good save by Phil Meir off Eddie Westphal as the Canadians get caught with Guy Lapointe trapped at the Boston blue line. LaRose dropped back as a defenseman. Both defensemen are out of the picture, as you see. The first shot saved and the second shot saved. And Phil Meir is still on the ice. I don't know if he's hurt or entangled with the net. I guess he was entangled.
Boston, everybody up for the face-off. Guy Lapointe chopping it through center. Don Orey, watched by LaRose, feeds it to Green. Green ahead for Westphal, and he slapped it in on the right side. 3 minutes and 30 seconds have gone by. Second period, 2-1, Montreal leading. Here's LaRose out over the line. Laid it back. Guy Lapointe, the long shot. Eddie Johnson with Don Orey clearing it to the corner. Carlson ahead on the left side. Sanderson gathering speed, being watched by J.C. Tremblay. Sanderson almost got through there. Tremblay ahead to Lemaire. Richard up on the far side. Here's Richard passing it back. Carlton ahead to Westphal. Sanderson moving up in the play. Armstrong falls. He's the linesman. LaRose winding up for the shot. The rebound. Lemaire missed it. Westphal again for Boston. Hitting the Montreal line. Now it's back. Carlton has it. Carlton getting set. Trying to center it, and Tremblay got his stick in front of it. Here's Green for the Bruins. Clearing it in there, and it rolls to Meir, and he is a man who has been tremendously alert in this game tonight, Phil Meir. Four minutes, 27 seconds has gone by. Second period. Stanfield, McKenzie, and Busick for the Bruins. Beliveau, Mahovlich, and Cournoyer. LaPerriere chasing it to the corner. Tied up. Beliveau gets it. Cournoyer. Busick after him. It goes to Savard. He ran into Stanfield. Out it comes. McKenzie has it. He's spun around by LaPerriere. Cournoyer at the line. There's the shot. A low drive wide. Mahovlich trying to clear it in. Frank Mahovlich in the corner. Now Stanfield for the Bruins. They fight for it, and Orr takes over. Pass to McKenzie. Back it comes for Orr. Down on the right side. In he goes, and he's hauled down by LaPerriere. Frank Mahovlich waiting for Beliveau. who is now circling. Baliveau takes it. Up on the wing, Busick keeping it in for the Bruins. Now it's Stanfield. Baliveau has it, clearing it through center, and Stanfield turns on the left side. The pass over to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Busick. Canadians with Frank Mahovlich clearing it to the line, but not out. Dallas Smith feeding it back. Savard coming out against McKenzie. Baliveau has it with Frank Mahovlich. Baliveau back to Mahovlich. Call offside.
Here's a look at our up-to-date NHL scoreboard. Toronto now leading the Kings 4-1 in Toronto in the second period. 3-1 Philadelphia over Detroit. And the Canucks 1-0 over Pittsburgh out in Vancouver. The games in Minnesota and St. Louis just getting underway.
14-13 left in the period. Montreal 2, Boston 1. All the scoring in the game coming in the first period. J.C. Tremblay hands it to Guy Lapointe. Up on the left side, Ferguson over the line. The drive off the glass, Tremblay keeping it in. Ferguson chases it. He goes after Green. Now Ferguson still moving along the wing. Hodge, a pass. Don Orey comes out to center, winds up. There's the shot off Villeneuve. And Ferguson, he runs into Cashman. Puck is loose. Hodge centering it. Peter Mahovlich there to gobble it up for Montreal. Mahovlich goes to center at the line. Offside. Phil Roberta, number 17, came from nowhere, streaking in there ahead of Peter Mahovlich.
Peter Mahovlich was 11 years of age when older brother Frank broke in as a rookie with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bigger than Frank, 6'4", 210. Frank 6 feet, 205.
Mahovlich shooting it wide. Eddie Green. Boston with the line of Esposito, Cashman, and Hodge. Don Orey leading the attack, shooting it in. Near failed to trap it. Ferguson in on the boards against his check. Hodge. Hodge jammed out of the play by Ferguson and Guy Lapointe. Now Peter Mahovlich comes out over the line slowly. Guy Lapointe takes it ahead for Roberto. Roberto skated out of the play by Green. They fight for it on the boards in the face-off in Bruin territory. Montreal 2, Boston 1. 12:52 left in the second period. Canadians with a Harper and LaPerriere up to the face-off. Ted Green chasing him, Peter Mahovlich. Green starting out. Comes out over the line, jammed out of the play. Puck picked up by Esposito, and he rifles it into the corner. Harper playing it against Cashman. Hodge centered it for Boston. LaPerriere clearing it on the board. Green keeping it in, and finally it's out over the line. Roberto circling. Esposito chasing him to the boards. Roberto still with it. Finally, he lost it after running into Hodge. Ferguson clearing it to the wing. There's Don Orey slapping it toward the corner. Roberto and a Harper. Harper chased the other way. Played it by Hodge. Now Ferguson on the left side. Right wing pass to Roberto. Roberto down on the line. And the rebound goes to Cashman. Ferguson knocked it away. Green is belted by Peter Mahovlich. Hodge, a pass over on this side to Cashman over the line. Cashman going into the corner, getting set. He's around the net, knocked out of the play by Harper. Harper is going to get a penalty. And Harper really arguing the point there, Dick, with Ashley, and probably something electronically unprintable said, but just a minor penalty as to now.
Funny, Danny, I was going to mention the first opportunity that I thought Terry Harper is playing one of the best games tonight that he has played in quite some time. There's the replay of the check that Pete Mahovlich put on Teddy Green, and then the play comes down into the Canadiens' end. Now we'll see the infraction on Terry Harper as he chases Cashman in behind the Montreal net. And there's the call, holding.
2 minutes for holding at 8 minutes 19 seconds.
8:19, the holding penalty against Harper. And the Bruins who trail by one of Esposito, McKenzie, Busick, Orr, and Stanfield. And they're all across that Montreal blue line as Coach Al McNeil looks on. He has Savard facing off against Esposito. Now McKenzie gets it. McKenzie shoots it off the leg. Loose puck. Busick playing it back, and it missed Stanfield. Rochefort and Savard, penalty killers. LaPerriere and J.C. Trombley, the defense. They move well up the ice now, with the Bruins coming out, led by Esposito, Stanfield, Busick, and McKenzie. Esposito over the line, dropping it back to Busick. Over on that side of Bobby Orr. Orr, back it goes to Busick. Busick closing in, takes a shot, just wide. McKenzie up to Esposito. Here's Stanfield, right in front of Esposito, and he failed to make contact. McKenzie jumps up on Rochefort. Going to be a penalty here. McKenzie jostling with Rochefort. McKenzie going off.
I would think the Canadian players were rushing to get to Rochefort and say, hang on, don't do anything, because he has the penalty. And here we see it here as that puck came over onto the left wing boards in the Canadian zone, and McKenzie, well, he's a rodeo rider, or used to be, a calf roper anyway. He gave Rochefort a ride, and so Johnny McKenzie gets his second penalty of the evening. 2-1, the Canadians lead. We have 10:57 remaining to play here in the second period.
John McKenzie, Boston's penalty, number 19, John McKenzie. 2 minutes for holding at 9 minutes, 3 seconds.
So the penalty to McKenzie comes with 1:16 left in Harper's penalty, so we have the number 19s off, Harper and McKenzie. Trombley clearing it up on the wing. Green to Ori. Ahead Stanfield to Marcotte, working in on that left side. Marcotte getting set, takes the shot, the puck behind Phil Muir. And Guy Lapointe cleared it against the goalie.
Good move by Don Marcotte as he got in behind the Canadians' defense, and a lucky move for the Canadians. That puck stopped after it had slipped through Phil Muir.
Cardiff, number 11 for Montreal. Jammed in on the boards by Marcotte. Lemaire has it over the line. He wrapped that one off Green's leg. Stanfield cruising behind Eddie Johnson. Forechecking Lemaire. Lemaire working the puck back to Guy Lapointe. J.C. Tremblay has it. Montreal leading here in the second period. Tremblay up in Marcotte. And the crowd reacted on that. And Phil Muir hollering out for referee Ashley. Here's Cardiff out over the line at center. Cardiff circling to this side, passing it back. Guy Lapointe takes it off the boards, the shot, the rebound. And Don Ori right there for Boston. Marcotte was tied up by Cardiff back there in the Boston zone. Ori ahead for Green. Green in on the board. Green still has it, makes a great move, centers it. Harper back on, the Canadians have the advantage. Lemaire down on the left side. Cournoyer wasn't looking for the pass. Canfield with 30 seconds left in the penalty. Green now with it, clearing it for Marcotte. He fails to clear it out. Tremblay to Guy Lapointe. In it goes. Frank Mahovlich on the board trying to center it.